My name is Marlon, and this is Salah, and we're presenters of a documentary called Isolation.
In this documentary, we're going to explore and investigate why one of Britain's oldest immigrant community is isolated from the government provisions and from other societies as well.
Somalian people are isolated because most of them are not connected with the other communities, and the reason is we don't understand the mainly society and even the government. Whatever is going on, we always isolated on side as a Somalian. We know our inside community, but outside the community, 70% of our people, they don't communicate.
Well, really, Somali community or Somali people here in UK, it's fact that they are isolated from the mainstream society, and also they are isolated from the other services, from the local government, whoever it is, or national as it is. The main reason I can say that they are isolated from the main stream society is these are barriers. Not really. I don't think that. Because really, when we came here, we saw what is the law and order. We see what is the product of being a law-abiding citizen. Really, this is a disappointing point. Somali community or Somali people living in this borough, this Greenwich borough, is about 4,000 to 5,000 people, and there is no one representing us in the local, what I say, in the council.
I would agree that there are, in terms of integrating the Somali community within the whole of Greenwich and the community, has been, and I would agree, hasn't been that good. And there's loads of work that we need to do to work with that community to get them better engaged.
And also in the local government, there's a few of us working, with they have engagement with the local government service or working with them. So this is a disappointing point, that why such a large number of Somalis living in this borough, they're not having, a person or two or three representing them, and that's really disappointing point. Yes.
We don't have the problem when you say isolated is the most of the Somalian, none of our community are in the council.
Yes, we have many programs and really projects that we can help to come, solution of this isolated community, to reach our community, to be integrated with the mainstream society. But what we are lacking here is the engagement of the policy makers.
Yes, we're planning to, we have meetings, we have meetings, we have contact with the police, we do meet the council, we do meet the councillors. Yes, we do that.
I think from a strategic perspective, which is where I sit, we have a real proactive approach to engaging with as many communities as possible, and specifically with the African community, which is what I'm responsible for. We do reach out as far as we can into those communities, and the Somalis, as I was saying earlier, are very proactive in reaching back. So we have a good relationship, I think, certainly on a strategic level. On a lower level, with operational policing, each of the boroughs are responsible for reaching out to those communities, and as far as the Somalis are concerned, each Each borough has a different focus to its makeup, and Enfield, I believe, again has a large Somali community. In fact, they are actually the lead for Somali engagement for the MPS on behalf of the MPS. So they are very proactive in driving that work locally and also across the organisation from that level as well. So, as from a policing perspective, on a strategic and a local level, we're doing our level best to actually engage with those communities, and it's working well. I mean, the CAP project, CAP classification happened just over a year ago, coming up for its 1 year anniversary. I'm the CAT engagement lead for the MPS, and over that period of time, I've been doing regular reviews to ensure that things have been going as well as we promised it would. And the answer is it has. The local boroughs have engaged very well with the Somali communities and the East African communities around the whole CAT issue, and that's driven, if you like, in many respects, a much greater interaction and relationship with those communities. So just to recap there, essentially we do have good interaction both on a strategic and local level with the Somali communities. It probably isn't perfect, it could be better, but we're working towards that all the time.
Here we are in the middle of Woolwich Arsenal, where Lee Rigby was brutally murdered on the 22nd of May 2013. Has this murder added to more tension in the Muslim community in Woolwich Arsenal? This documentary will investigate and find out if that is the case.
Unfortunately, it was that incident. It was something really unwanted incident to happen here in Woolwich or wherever else in this country. Although there is some psychological problems or worries about what happened that day, but I praise the local community in this locality, in this area, as we united together to live together and to see that this incident was not right. It was something wrong, and it was something as our religion. When we see in Islam, we don't recognize to happen such incidents like that. So I really praise and I'm really happy how this community, Greenwich community, how they united, to come together and to be in one. What happened that day, really, unfortunately, yeah.
One of the things I do know about that whole incident, the community was forefront in saying that we don't have those issues in Greenwich, and there was a lot of people actually being very supportive of the family, and they really came out against any anti-Muslim hysteria at the time, and there was groups who wanted to take advantage of that situation, and Greenwich community says no. We are working together, and even though we thought what happened to Lee Rigby was not good, but the community, in my opinion, from what I've seen, hasn't been divided and hasn't really reacted to the Muslim community.
Believe me, I went there and I'm Jesus. You know that stuff, Muhammad? No.